Kaimai's adventure, this time West Henderson tramline track in to Hurunui Hut for a night. Fairly easy little walk this one. Kaimai's West Henderson tramline track in for an overnight in the hut. Beautiful Kaimai's on a beautiful winter's day. A trip into Hurunui Hut overnight. Just a fairly level up and down a little bit, walking 3 or so hours, and then about 3 or 4 hours out tomorrow. Using these 2 tramway trucks to remove the logs from the Kaimais, pull them out. 2 of these tramways, the north and the south, the west branch. I'm going to hit the north-south track and head up to Hurunui Hut. Kaimai is really proving to be a little undiscovered gem here. Beautiful forest, streams in this range. Walking through this forest is so quiet and still. Beautiful. Peaceful. Line of the tramway here, straight, the forest, here are the old tramway timbers to allow the logs to be slid down towards the mill. A bit of old logging tow gear, I suspect, this little clearing. So you often see these dock triangles and people see them with the nails still proud like that, and they think, oh, it's not very tight, I'll push the triangle in against the tree, it looks neater somehow. I think I've even done it in the past. But as you can see here with this tree covered in ferns, not long now with that against the tree, when the orange gets obscured by all the moss and the growth. So really they prefer if they are then proud like that, so that it gives them a longer life until they disappear amongst the foliage. Just a little note for you. Okay, we've just finished the 3.2 kilometres of Henderson tramline track west, and then now on the north-south track. Hurunui Hut, only an hour away. Phew, that's quite quick. Yeah. Still very quiet. Beautiful sun slanting through the trees. Peaceful forest. Good example of one of those dot markers. This one disappearing into the bush. I'm going to pull it out. So quiet, no wind. At the junction with the next tramway. Hurunui Hut to the right. The tramway north to the left for tomorrow. The beautiful weather continues. Just the last section of the north-south track now towards the hut, about half an hour. Easy walking. Beautiful bush. Warm sunlight. Peaceful. Nice. track, nice and straight, fairly quick travel. Here we are, Hurunui Hut, turn off. Just up here. Let's hope we have space. Well, my hope for a quiet night in the hut, my own hopefully, was completely dashed. 6 people there, family of 6, parents and 2 kids, in a 3/4 bunk hut. So could have camped, but I've got time, so I'm going to head back to the road end. So a little bit disappointed, but that's the name of the game. You can't book them, and some people bring a lot of people to the huts. Anyway, double the distance. All good for the training. Trying to get over it now. It's probably the first time that's happened to me in New Zealand. Maybe one other time when more people than the hut could hold turned up in a group. But not much choice that, because that was halfway up Ensconced. But anyway, I think you remember sleeping about 2 deep. People sleeping over the top of us in a 4-person bivvy. But it's all character building stuff. Anyway, so it's about 2:30 or so. I think it's 2 to 2.5 hours back to my car. So it should be alright. I should get there about just on dark. And yeah, it's all good. And just a bit of a similar distance time drive home. Another 2.5 hours drive home. So it's going to be a fairly long day. 5 hours of driving and 6 hours of walking. Still beautiful. Doesn't change how beautiful it is. Hope they have a nice night in their hut, which should be quite toasty. One of the issues was I only had a thin sleeping bag, and it's going to be probably about freezing tonight because I was banking on the hut. So could have put the tent up, but it would have been pretty cold, and as it's time to get out, that's what I'm going to do. Well, just came around the corner in the track. There's a guy with a rifle at half mast walking towards me. Fortunately, he recognised me as a human and not deer. Nice enough guy though. What you see in the Kaimais. Trust that the hunters have good eyesight is all I can say. On the Henderson tramway north, again you see the old sleepers in the ground, and nice broad flat, gently downhill tracks to follow. Makes it very easy walking. These occasional little Kaimai streams are just lovely. Clear, slightly brown and gurgling. The road end, I'm just going to wander along the road as well, but probably report that Henderson Northern tram line is it's a fair bit muddier than the other one in places. It's not been wet recently, but overall not as bad as North Wales or South Wales and many other places. Yeah, pretty direct, pretty quick travel generally, and just a quarter of an hour or more to the end of the track. Pretty much at the road end now, last river crossing I'm guessing. And onto the track back to the car. It's popped out in a farmer's field, 100 metres, and then it's the old Kaimai Road. Just at the Afternoon, late afternoon, beautiful light, beautiful day. Yeah, pretty nice.